It's time once again for another episode of Georgia Business Radio. Broadcasting live from the Pro Business Channel studios in Atlanta. And now here's your host, Rich Casanova.
All right, Rich Casanova here alongside Michael Moore. We are ready for another exciting episode. We got a bit of a scoop here just in time for the Grammys. As you know, it's celebrating their 61st Grammy Awards this weekend. MasterCard actually will showcase its new Sonic brand, which is we're very excited about being in the audio business and the upsurgence and rise of the audio as basically what's old is new again. So today we're live from, as I mentioned, from West Hollywood, where they have set up a unique sensory lab that is providing fans a priceless interactive experience. Here to tell us about the Sonic brand debut and their partnership with the Grammys is Rajamannar. He's the Chief Marketing Officer and Communications Officer for MasterCard. Raj is among the top 5 world's most influential CMOs by Forbes magazine, and Business Insider has him named as one of the top 25 most innovative CMOs in the world. In addition, Raj was first runner-up as the WFA Global Marketer of the year 2017 and current nominee for 2018. Welcome, Raja, to Georgia Business Radio.
Thank you very much for having me.
That's quite an intro. So you've done all that and more, I imagine, according to YouTube at least, yeah. So talk to us about, you're in Hollywood now in advance of the Grammys. What's the buzz and the excitement? What creates this chaos, this global interest in the Grammy Awards?
Yeah, see, in fact, music is probably the most universal of all the passions. And Grammy Awards is the biggest name in the world of music, and it's the biggest night. And it has been doing so consistently for the last 61 years. And they have gained a phenomenal stature, and we at MasterCard have been very fortunate to have been associated with them for a number of years, including this year, and hopefully for a number of years into the future as well. And so very excited to be here and showcasing some of the new innovations that we are bringing to life and using this as a platform for our global launch.
Yeah, and talk to me about this, because obviously you've been involved as far as the brand, but you're creating some new buzz around this Sonic brand and the design behind it. Tell us, give us the scoop on that. What's going to be the big rollout? Yeah,
so basically, when a consumer today recognizes a brand, it is by looking at the logo of the brand and saying, hey, this is such a brand. That means there is a visual real estate, and they are recognizing essentially through their eyes. But as voice commerce and voice search, Internet of Things, all these are coming in, there is no physical real estate that people can look at. It's all based on sound and the ear. So we came up with a strategy at MasterCard, which we believe is a path-taking strategy, where we are creating we have created a very unique identity. It's a melody that's associated with MasterCard or will get associated with MasterCard over a period of time. And this we have created working diligently over the last couple of years, working with experts and artists around the world. And this is a melody that's extremely universal in its appeal, but very, very versatile to cut across various genres as well as various geographies and cultures. And this is going to feature in every single one of our ads, as well as every single touch point that a customer comes in contact with MasterCard. So, for example, a small subset of this melody, we call it the Sonic Signature. I'll just play it for you.
Great.
You got that?
Yeah, I was going to ask you if we could get a clip. Yeah,
this is Michael Moore, and it's great. Now, Raj, you're right in the studio today. You're right out here at the Sensory Lab, and you've just played us a little clip. I think everybody's going to be looking at this. So, from my perspective, you're going to be hearing this, and as you said, in many small clips throughout our society. So, your hope is that Monday morning everybody has got this on their mind, right? And how?
That's the hope. That's exactly the hope. And so we have got this, and so whenever you are now going to pay with your MasterCard, this sound plays at the point of sale, whether it is online or in a physical environment. And the key is here not to give a sense of fatigue and tiredness to the person who is checking you out. So this sound, the melody will remain the same, but how it is executed each time would be very, very different. And we have incorporated that right now here at Fred Segal in Los Angeles. And these are, I would say, global launch. And from here, we will expand this to all the countries of the world in the coming few months. And we are also going to release our first ad with Camila Cabello, featuring this ad on the night of Grammy Awards. And we also partnered with Mike Shinoda, who is the co-founder of Linkin Park, and he has created a version of our melody in the EDM genre. So a lot of exciting things going on, and it's all beginning today here in Los Angeles.
Well, I play a pretty mean harmonica. I could maybe do a version of it here.
You should be able to do that. Absolutely. I would love to listen to that. Tell me when you're ready.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
I was going to say, Raj, I really like the idea that you said it saves it doesn't make people fatigued. So as a shopper, that means just because I just pull my card through one time, I'm ready to pull it through again. And as you said, the clerks will begin to get a lift and a feel every time they complete a transaction for a client. That is certainly going to be very positive, making music more a part of our everyday life and more top of mind to take our mind off of that balance. So
exactly.
All right, and so I think, as I was mentioning in the intro, we've all experienced as consumers just across the board, there's this big resurgence in audio, right? I mean, from all the devices we're talking to our digital devices we're interacting with, and there's much more of a preference to ask a question and to interact on a verbal rather than, touching a screen.
That's exactly right. And in fact, for example, we have got something called PRICELESS.com, and where we make experiences that are truly once in a lifetime that you can purchase. And as a first experiment, we have integrated that with Alexa. So you ask Alexa, okay, and it'll actually tell you what experiences are available depending on where you are traveling.
Oh, wow.
And you can make purchases right from within that environment. So you don't enter a single thing. Physically, it's all voice-based, and the whole transaction end-to-end happens in a very seamless and a very compelling fashion. It's very, very cool.
And so finally, I guess it's kind of the next iteration when we think about branding. Obviously, you're the chief marketing officer. You know about branding. That's what you do every day. So when we think about branding, well, a lot of times we think about the image of a logo. So what you're adding to this mix is the audio cues, right?
Correct. It's a completely new dimension.
Yeah.
So it's a multi-sensory approach, not just through eyes, but also through ears. We want to connect with consumers in a meaningful and a seamless fashion.
So I know you're out there at the Grammys, and we're getting pretty close to the end of our time here, but I know you've got some favorites you're looking for coming down the runway. So you want to share some of those some of those with us, Raj?
Yeah, no, we have Camila as our brand ambassador, and obviously, therefore, I'll be very biased, but I think she's a powerhouse of talent. She's doing the opening, she is going to open the Grammy Awards, and the opening act is hers. And very excited for her. She's also got a couple of nominations. So hopefully she'll come away from there with some success, and looking forward to it. And, of course, the other thing I wanted to mention is that all the details are there in MasterCard.com. So if your listeners want to get more details, that's where they should go to.
So it's just as simple as that. Just go to MasterCard.com.
And watch the Grammys.
All right. Well, thanks again. Appreciate your time.
Thank you very much. Really appreciate it.
So, and we'll see you on Sunday on TV.
All right, Raj, you be safe out there, buddy.
Thank you so much.
All right, take care. Bye-bye.
Thank you again for joining Rich Casanova and our guests on the Pro Business Channel. Use the social media links here to share today's show, and stay tuned for the next episode of Georgia Business Radio.